Hey, it's MiWilderness again. I'm getting ready to finish my deer skin. It's been a long time coming. Close to 3 months actually. I skinned this deer on 11/17 and it's February 9th now. So here we go. This is the first time I've had it laid out where you could actually see how big it is. This is a small doe. I believe it was about 1.5 years old. And it's about 3 feet long. There's the back legs. And there's the neck. And these are the front legs. It's about 3 feet long and a little over 2 feet wide, maybe 2.5 feet wide. But got quite a good amount of usable leather here. If I can get it worked dry and keep the grain from cracking. This is the grain side where the hair was. It's pretty much just an even dark brown. And this here's the flesh side. And it's just kind of a tan, buff, tan color. I just pulled this out of the emulsion and slicked it down again. I slicked it down the same way I showed you in the video after I pulled it out of the bark tan. Only difference is I used this spatula. It's a nice wide spatula. I can go right down it and squeeze all that excess water out. I don't know if you can see that, but there's still quite a bit of water and oil in there. And rather than keep squeegeeing it or sleeking it, I'm just going to roll it up in this towel and gently squeeze that excess water out into the towel. And then I'm going to slowly work it dry, just the same way I did those hawk skins, except on a larger scale. I'll show you that when I get to it. But I just wanted to give you a quick view of that before I get started finishing it. This is right after it come out of the emulsion and was slicked down one time with my slicker, which is a steel spatula. You don't really need any specialized tools to do this. You just need patience and a bit of elbow grease and a little bit of ingenuity to come up with some basic hand tools to get the job done. I'm going to go ahead and give this a nice gentle squeeze in that towel and we'll get started finishing it. I'm rolling this up with the grain on the downside because I don't want to wrinkle the grain yet. It probably doesn't matter. All I'm really doing at this point is getting excess moisture out. I'm going to be working this thing over and over the next few hours. So, but I think this will serve the purpose of getting that excess moisture out that I couldn't get out with the squeegee or the slicker, because I don't really have the proper setup for it. I'm just doing it in my bathtub, and I got a lot of the moisture out. You want to get out as much as you can with that slicker, but this will get the rest out. I'm just going to let it sit in there a few minutes while I get set up to work this hide. And those towels will suck out that extra moisture and spare me the grief of working it, because it's quite wet and it has quite a bit of canola oil in it from that emulsion. So this isn't going to get it too dry. Another thing you can do is, I'm kind of on a tight schedule with school and stuff, and it takes, it could take, I don't know, it might take me 6 to 8 hours to work this thing dry, because you got to keep working it while it's drying, or it might set up hard on you. But at any point now, I can just stop and roll this up, not in the towel though, but just roll it up and stick it in a couple plastic bags to keep that moisture from evaporating off, and I can come back to it the next day and work it some more, because right now it's got those tannins are in there, so it's preserved. The only thing we don't want to do is let it dry out without working it.